All right, everyone. Welcome back to Scotch on the Rocks. I'm Ian, and today we are going to be doing an update video to the garden video that we had done just a couple of weeks ago. What I wanted to show everybody is kind of how much everything has grown, what hasn't grown, because this year it's been kind of a weird spring. It's been really cold, well, not really cold, but it's been cold and rainy. We haven't gotten much sun. So there's a lot of things that I had expected to do better, but they're just not quite there yet because of the rain and the sun, not being there. So first things first, I wanted to show you how good the potatoes are starting to do. So we can see that in the previous video, you couldn't see those at all. There was nothing, they were just little tiny guys. They're really starting to pick up. Now these ones, you could see, they're also doing really well. They were actually doing okay in the previous video, but now they're really just starting to take off and do really well. And I'm really happy with that. Same thing with the onions. Onions are growing like weeds. That's kind of crazy. Same thing with the sweet onions and the zucchini we got going on here. Now, we have the tomatoes, which actually aren't doing so hot. That was one of the things that I was talking about. And, it's just, there's not enough sunlight. There's too much rain, and everything's just kind of waterlogged. So they're not doing that great at the moment. But it is what it is. So, hopefully, either they'll take off and start going, or we'll have to buy another set of tomatoes. And then in here, we had, if you remember, we had the beans. Well, the beans haven't sprouted in this pot yet, but I'm going to show you something here in a second. So just, holding on hope for these. Maybe they'll put some beans out, maybe they won't. And then, again, you can see the other tomato plant. He's just, it's going, it's just not going great. And then lastly, we can see this one, the beans are actually growing. So I don't know if this one just gets more sunlight or it's warmer or whatever the case may be, but we're getting beans out of that one. And then, last but not least, we have the dill. The dill is starting to come up. So, what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show everybody the spores that we got. We're going to go ahead and plant them, and we're going to go through that process. And it'll, like I said, it'll just be an update to our garden. So, I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. All right, so here are the spores that I was talking about in the previous video. I'll flip it around here so you can see it. So these were from northspore.com. They were 20 bucks a piece. We're just gonna, again, we're gonna throw it in and see what happens. So I'm gonna do half in this right here. So you can see this is a mixture of pine shavings and dirt. Hi, Ivy. Hello. And then we're gonna do half. I'm gonna spray half in there, and then we're gonna do another layer and see how it goes. So let's see if I could do this. Oh, ooh. All right, let's see if that works. So I had a couple of issues with the previous video. Nothing wanted to upload correctly, so I ended up having to restart over again. Not restart over again, but re-upload it. So, yeah, go check that one out. It's just the precursor to this video. So, what do you think? Has it been pretty rainy and cold this spring, hasn't it?
Yeah, at least the past week. Things have definitely stopped growing for a minute, except our trees, which are going crazy.
Another shot, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and that is it. All right, so there's 20 bucks. Hopefully that works. Oh, I'm sorry. These are pink oyster mushrooms. So that's what we're going to be growing in this one right here. Another layer of dirt.
Let's just top that with the straw,
Okay.
which is already wet, so I guess we don't need water today.
No, you don't think?
Oh, well, if you want to,
Maybe I'll
just make sure everything's all moist and tucked in.
Yeah. I'll add some water to it.
All right, there goes nothing.
So we're gonna see. I'm kind of hopeful that this will work out. The only thing I can think of that would be an issue is the, not disinfecting the straw. But again, I've grown these things in the house and they grow just fine. So. All right. 1 down, 2 to go. Now, this one is going to be the morels. Morels. There's a bunch of, there's actually a bunch of needles in here. Oh, no, there's not.
Yeah, there's, I think, 2, so that you can inoculate twice. But since we're not going into a sealed bag.
Yes, we are not. Nope.
We don't need those, and I'll save them for some crafty glue application or,
Or an emergency.
Emergency transfusion.
Yes. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I would just do half.
Yeah, half and half.
And maybe even sprinkle some right up onto the inside of the bark, because I think they like that. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, this stuff's real. It doesn't want to stick to the bark.
That's all right. Oh yeah, it's like water.
It's like water, yeah. All right. Actually, what I'll do next time is I'll just do it that way. So what I'll do is I'll just do it around the perimeter, so it's at least touching or trying to touch the bark. This stuff's really wet, though. I mean, it's got the viscosity of water. Hey, what are you doing, huh?
Helping. She's helping.
She's helping. We've been looking forward to this for a couple of days, so.
I actually just found quite a lot of morels out in the woods, and they always grow in the places that you just can't imagine a mushroom would want to grow. It was completely shaded, under the trees, the worst dirt I've ever seen.
Interesting.
Yeah, I found quite a lot of them.
Okay. Yeah, that's just it. I feel like I don't feel like this is a bad experiment. I don't feel like we're wasting our time because we're gonna learn something regardless.
Go ahead.
You ready?
I'm just saying, if I was a mushroom, I'd want to grow in that sort of dappled, wet, mossy area.
You're also in love with frogs, so.
I do love me some frogs.
All right, that's everything.
Okay. Okay, and were we gonna cover these with straw or just? I think we're just gonna let these.
Yeah, I want to see what happens
their
with those.
thing.
Just because again, I'm not sure. I've never seen them grow in straw.
Yeah, I don't think they really care for straw.
So I just had you know the bee video, the bee short.
Yeah.
I just had a guy from Australia comment that bees in Australia don't have stingers,
What?
so you can actually go up on the faces and just get the honey.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, to all my Australian fans out there, thank you very much. I would love nothing more than to go to Australia and do some fishing and have some bush tucker. I think that's the coolest thing. I think you guys have a really awesome outdoors culture, and somehow you guys are able to find food even when there should not be any food at all. You guys figure it out and you're out there. I love it. I'm all about it.
Are you gonna make me eat a witchetty grub?
Maybe. Hey, if you're from Australia, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments. I'd love to actually talk to you one-on-one because, like I said, I watch a lot of guys who do bushcrafting and survival out in the Australian bush, and like I said, that's something that's always intrigued me. So if you live out that way, leave a comment and we can sort of start talking and I can pick your brain about some things. All right. You would totally eat a witchetty grub, don't lie.
I don't like that idea.
You don't like that idea? All right. And then this is the
Italian oyster.
Italian oyster. Ivy, what are you doing? You are hindering this investigation.
Ivy, get your face
get out of there. Come on now. All right.
Here. You know what? I think I forgot we were going to layer some straw with these. Weren't we going to do like lasagna? And I think I forgot to do that with the last one. You want to...
The last one?
The first one.
Oh.
The first oyster mushroom.
Yeah, why not?
Just
I mean,
since it's an experiment
yeah,
anyway.
it's an experiment anyway, yeah.
Okay. Add just,
Yeah.
We'll add just a little layer. Just to keep everything aerated. They don't like to be suffocated. I know that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but
Again, we don't know what we're doing.
we don't know what we're doing, yeah.
It's alright.
So I think you were the star of the last episode. I think Ivy's going to end up being the star of this episode.
Well, clearly she's
Clearly.
managing or directing or
Clearly.
something.
You should look at the camera. Let all those nice people see your face.
Baby, look.
There it is.
Oh, she's so cute. Oh, this is why you have Australian friends, because we have an Australian dog.
We do. And
It's a part Australian dog.
like I said, and Australians like, a lot of the guys I follow on YouTube. Same thing with Canada, man. Canadians and Australians have a super rich bushcrafting culture. I think that's awesome.
All right, go ahead and
All right.
score that up.
All right, final one for all the marbles. All right, and that's it. We'll give it some time. We'll find out if this was $100 or let's see here, $100 mistake, or we're eating good.
You definitely did not need an entire bale of straw.
No, ma'am, we did not. But if Ivy's gonna eat the straw grass, then okay.
So did you tell them? She seems to like.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. So we were talking, and our straw is actually starting to produce grass, which is probably why we should have disinfected it first. But we didn't. Again, experiment. We're trying to do this the easy way. We'll see. But we noticed that it's got grass coming, or this super green grass, and so we gave some to Ivy, and she seems to really like it. She's got this thing where she loves eating grass. Like every time we go out on a walk, that's kind of a big thing for her. So we're hoping that she'll be content with the green grass that grows out of the straw.
Yeah, I don't know if it's oat or wheat straw, but she does love her some roughage. I try to put more fiber in her diet, but she really loves to eat grass.
Yeah, and poop. Don't forget poop.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. It's so gross.
It is pretty gross. Any final thoughts you want to add?
I don't think so. We're just gonna hope for the best and
Yep.
let you know how it turns out.
So what we'll end up doing is we'll end up doing a follow-up on this here in a couple of weeks. I'll let everybody know kind of what happened, how it went. Yeah, we'll just keep everybody updated, because again, it's not one of those things where I can show you right away. It's going to take some time to either find out if this is going to be a success or a failure. So with that, hey, I appreciate everybody watching. If there's something you want to see done, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. And like I said, some of the best ideas I have for the channel comes from viewer comments. So hey, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.